Be it.
Just
I mean, he's gonna wave play this one.
Yeah,
just walking straight at it, about to have the overheat. Go Cube, go! Go Cube, go!
Face.
Go Cube, go!
Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LPL 2025 Split 2.
We fully want to commit to just trying to play right here. Oh, Sheer. Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Walk into the bush, and he's in a lot of trouble. CC chain from hell, and Sheer will bite the dust. First blood for WE.
So
FPX, though, I've been really interested at teams' willingness to kind of sneak the dragon right before the grub spawn. Now the next question becomes if they want to go contest over the grub spot side. Still a little while till the next spawn of the objectives, but they have a play. WE unsuspecting hail of arrows is going to hit. The slowdown comes through. Vampire going to Spider-Man his way out. The wind becomes lightning. Vampire going to flash. Handshake hits. They might have enough damage here. Vampire going to get his life staked from him. Assume finds that kill, and that'll be the return cube on the Ord. But it is WE. They're looking to even up the dragon score here. The early stacking will not be the case for FPX. Vampire just takes the engage. They have left the dragon to just kill Dway, but now they've overextended themselves, and this is a fight that FPX want all day. Shadow is making mincemeat of him. Taeyun, with that super carry mentality, tries to even things up, but FPX, they find a double kill for Shadow, and they'll take that dragon.
So, when you asked which team gets the benefit from having...
WE reeling a little bit, not much, only 1,000 gold difference, but we do have first items coming up, and WE gonna start up this next spawn of grubs, but it's on to Assume, gonna flash out, big duck coming through, and Karis now maybe able to get the one kill back. It's gonna be Vampire. He's gonna be taken down in the end by Assume, and now the follow through on a Taeyun, and he is also going to fall. Didn't even need the Orin Horn, but using it anyways. FPX taking the real deal after starting 0-4 to get the season started, and now able to pick up the slack WE is putting down, and have been able to capitalize multiple times on this very strong composition. And now Shadow just feels like a demon. Care finally gets the Weaver's Wall off. It was a perfect one as well, but Vampire able to get away with the Blast Cone.
Blast Cone Gaming right there. FPX now, they're a little bit pinched in. Actually, they're just going to be able to bully their way out.
Okay, maybe they just catch Monkey too.
What?
You can't move, sir. Freeze and stay still as he slowly is not going down. Finally dies. Assume trying to taste out Taeyun to the 1v1. Meanwhile, Shadow also falls. Some kind of catastrophic meltdown just happened in that fight. They couldn't take down Monkey for the longest time. And now Cube coming over with the unstoppable onslaught, taking down Assume. They don't get the knockup on a Dway. That'll be all she wrote, but what a play by them. Monkey gonna hover around. Grand Starfall coming in. They want a mid lane. Assume is the target. He's gonna dodge out of nearly everything, but there was too much headed his way. Flash hostile takeover play coming through, but a nice horn from Karis, of all people, to take down Dway, and that'll be a couple quick pickups by WE from the mid lane.
I love the snap play right there from WE. You see Assume stood where he really shouldn't be. Now they're gonna go again, engage right here onto Care.
Yeah, they might actually find him. Seismic shove right back. Kara throwing some rocks, flinging some stones. Able to pull the rest of WE up, but now Shadow overextends and Monkey takes him down. It'll be the trade back of both junglers. Sheer getting away with that one. Kara able to get the kill back, but there's what? Right there. Just as we go back into live. It is the next dragon started up by WE. This would be a stop of the stacking. Remember last time WE took this fight. Here comes the unstoppable onslaught. Lands on the 3. Cube is just causing a ruckus in the middle of everybody. CC chains from hell. Care not going to go down though. Big 3-man knockup from Sheer. Karis looking on the edge, looking for the abscond abduct. Goes through, goes onto the back line. Now finding more. Assume already down now as well. WE starting to lose some health bars, but still keeping consistent. And Cube goes zombie mode. Sheer will not fall. FPX taken aback, and their stacking will be over. Dragon to WE.
If they want it, no, they want to go in. Monkey.
Monkey,
no.
Oh no. You could have had the dragon. You could have had it all. Taeyun will get the shutdown on a Care. That's 800 gold to Taeyun, and that'll be worth.
Point team fights where they're long and extended. At this point in the game, it's fine. Later on, Care is going to shred them.
We're looking at the picture-in-picture now, the live,
Okay.
as Shear's going low, but going to try to get the Ornhorn back from Karis, as now they go into the back line. Karis is going ham right now on the Silas, and WE, they're using that strength we called for them. The time is nigh, and they will wipe 4 from FPX in a massive series of plays, and the Dragon going their way.
And they can turn this one around into a mid lane tier 1, maybe even the Herald as well. WE, 2 items completed on their jungler and their ADC, and they press the go button. Care having to use the Weaver's Wall just to get into the mid lane to stop that one.
Dayun gonna cleanse out. That was close.
Yeah.
He did want to use the Killer Instinct over the worked ground there. And now Monkey was getting a little bit low doing the Atacon. They need to be careful. If the resists are down now, WE still have about 1 minute and 40 seconds on their Atacon GA. Some gold going back to FPX. Care whole. Their solo lanes were the big focus for us coming into this one. But now my big focus is WE using this Atacon GA to just be annoying.
Yeah.
And take as much gold on the map as they can as they take down items for everybody now. That's going to be massive. Except for Vampire. Unfortunately for him, he is a support for that scaling condition. But 3 items just about for everybody for Team WE. They also have the Rift Herald play available to them with Monkey.
Yeah.
Dragon will end up going their way as well, slowly but sure. Oh my god, Monkey, you've left Dragon twice now. I cannot believe you've done this. And he just flashes out. Oh my god, Monkey, what is happening? Care gonna flash out himself away from Cars. And now Wreck into the front line goes Cube, a big unstoppable onslaught. Sheer with the re-engage. Monkey in some trouble, but the double knock up there. Decimating smash is massive. Shadow's going to buy a lot of time with the Crescent Guard. Cube still has untouched with his gigantic health bar, but Monkey being down going to push that even more. Rift Herald getting spawned there. Must have been just a timeout, but WE already halving on the Baron. Shadow not confident to move forward into this competition. There's too much lockdown, and the Baron just going to go down to a 2-man job from Team WE.
And the teleport comes through right here from Care for nothing. Just completely wasted.
Game number 1 definitely slipping away from FPX a little bit. And after their early game stacking did go awry, WE looking to capitalize on Care, the man that we were just talking about. Doesn't even get the turret either. And he will just fall in the side lane.
Going to be the fact that Cube is an absolute monster at the moment.
He is, and he picked it first. We needed a payoff as multiple tiers. Honestly, it's been down to that good execution from them, capitalizing on some of FPX's mistakes. Now Cube still has the unstoppable onslaught.
Really?
Flash in front of him, and they're committing everything to this man. He is an unstoppable beast, but finally he will be stopped. The red light comes up. Cube is forced into submission. Unfortunately for him, WE don't really get anything else on the map except for
right here onto this top side. So again, this is a lot of gold that Assumes just got him for himself. Once he turns that into a death cap, he is going to be mauling people.
And they've gotten upgrades across the table except for Jway, but maybe this is the time. WE just want to go for the engage. They are missing everything. Grand Starfall coming in. They target onto Jway. Jway is being focused down by Monkey. He's going to fall to the bailout now. Ornhorn coming through from Karis as they do end up getting that counter engage. Spear coming across the wall, but FPX starting to find some tussle. Starting to find some fight. Taeyun flashing over the wall goes Golden. Maybe he's going to go down now. Karis going up to save his life as well. Karis picking up the slack where they needed. Taeyun might have fallen, but WE are still strong together. And they're TPing in the mid lane. They're looking for the finish, and they're looking for this game 1 win.
Yeah, going to be 30 seconds, 40 seconds until anybody important is going to be back up and available. FPX, they tried to hold out. They were so close to getting that scaling through, but WE, they win the mid game, and they're going to pick this one up right here.
What a spree from this team. We were asking, is FPX going to be the better of the streaking teams? They've had the harder opponents. They've defeated some big names in this one, but WE are looking to make their own spree of things as they take down game 1 over FPX, and truly has been a huge come up.
Monkey is, who is it that you're gonna go and assassinate right now? Right. Because, like, surely the Draven's the primary target, but I don't even know that the Draven's gonna be doing the most damage in this game. Monkey now gonna be doing this one before we see the grubs fully spawn. So if you do want to respond to it, you can potentially, at the same time as Monkey, you can just kind of stick around in this bottom side of the map. Yeah, you give up 3 grubs, not the end of the world as long as you can compete for the next set, but make this bot lane, what should be an aggressive bot lane, uncomfortable.
Oh, the flash play. Really good block from Dway, though, actually, in the end. And now Vampire. Look at it go down. No. Cha-ching! Assume gets the cash in. Looking for another. Gets a double. Looking for a triple. Not going to be able to get it. But it's Assume on his premier Draven. Going to come out big.
Assume's free hitting. He doesn't stop auto-attacking onto Vampire and then Monkey the entirety of this play.
Oh, we look in the picture-in-picture, though. And a big pick has come down onto Shadow now.
Early game power to pull them through into the later stages. So right now, I think WE, they're going to need to change something up. They've got a couple of objectives spawning.
Oh, he's going full in on the care. Going to dodge out, but still falling. The kill goes to Vampire, though. And that's unfortunate there for WE. Step to Assume, and you better not miss.
Oh, Assume right now is sick with it. Just able to use the fancy feet to get away. Now we're going to look for a play up topside onto Cube. Sheer, though, actually takes a huge chunk of damage back.
Gonna look for him, though. Tangle Barb connects, and that might be a little trouble for Cube. TP is going to come from both sides. Cube just trying to get out of this one, but Pop Blossom will lock him down long enough to take him down. Now the turret is going to be ramping up. They got to be careful. Karis can really outplay them here. Another shot is going to go through. Not going to get the kill just yet, but Sheer's going to fall, and Karis gets the outplay in a 1v4, baby. And now Vampire's coming over to try to stop the rest of these backs going through, but a beautiful play from Karis.
Alright, Ramping makes that play so easy, and they can actually continue this one on WE, continue to step up. They're just going to be able to take a huge chunk out of Care. Oh, he doesn't even get him! What? Karis!
Care looking up, saying, Riot, what is happening right now as he goes down? And Karis is still kicking. This Rise starting to get the payoff as grubs have spawned. Shadow is right here, but Monkey right with the side of Vampire to come at this one. Oh, Leona not able to hit really anything. Deadly Flourish just connect, though, and they take that Assume. That's the big target you wanted. You don't want the Draven to function. And now they get another kill onto Monkey.
What was that pathing from Assume? You are a Draven. You cannot be stepping up in that situation right there. Gets taken out. Deadly Flourish more than enough to keep him locked down. Throughout all of this, the grubs still have not fallen. Monkey desperately trying to pick these up. Yeah.
He's by himself. Literally just started it up. Is looking to go down. The death mark has been popped. Permafrost into the glacial prison. And he will also end up...
Again.
The fact that Shadow almost goes down too.
Again, Shadow so nearly dies. She does die. And Karis gets more. Hang on, we're going again.
They got to catch. They got to pick. Maybe Vampire getting locked down himself, though. Stand aside. Gonna be there. Pop Blossom right back. But look at Karis. He's on the back line. Gonna miss the first one. But WE, they might have just found the fight they were looking for. Karis going down low, and there he goes. Sheer trying to snip away at the lives of WE. Monkey trying to dodge away. Gets the shield. Gets alive. And WE... This is magical from this team. Monkey! Again, they put together a Wonder Star comp here, something that teams dream of in the current meta, and it's all about WE continuing to push the pace of the game. Gonna dodge out of the ult is Cube, but Cube is still in a 1v3. Lockdown, CC chained, and Dway will take the kill.
There we go. Dway picking that one up. Not ideal, but it is at least going to be a kill. You can get good tower pressure in this bottom side as well. We've got less than a minute now until the next Herald is going to be up and available. See if WE want to try to play around this one. I feel like at this point, WE, they just want to keep the tempo high. Usually, when you look at this kind of composition between a Ryze and a Jhin, you'd think they'd want to wait a lot later on into the game, but into FPX's composition really can't afford to sit around, and they've done such a good job of getting themselves into an advantage at this point that with their item breakpoints very close on the horizon, just keep the pressure up. It's really going to pop off here for FPX. Because despite the fact that the gold is pretty much even at this point in the game, it very much feels like FPX are on the back foot at the moment. That's mainly because WE have just been more proactive than them.
And they do have some leads to speak of. I mean, you have a little bit of a CS differential in top lane, in mid lane. He comes there, but that is tough As WE now have to recenter focus around this Rift Herald. They're going to try to catch out Vampire. They do end up getting the flash there, so flash is burned on either side. Monkey always looking for his entrance. The death mark is the important factor here as Solar Flare comes in. They get the flank from Cube. FPX feeling a little bit more wary to approach this fight. Rift Herald about half health here now as well. They're going to have to get that Soul Unbound back to his body, and it's FPX to take primary position.
All of this is happening right now. Karis is just farming in the top lane. He's just getting a push going for his team. Now he's going to think about rejoining. The Rift Herald did end up resetting. Got a couple key ultis down too. Vampire steps up. Care. Oh no.
The deadly flourish from afar though as the lockdown comes through. Fate sealed force, but now WE, they have to turn back onto the 1v3. At least now Vampire completely left on his lonesome is going to go down. Shadow looking for the angle as he now finds himself out caught as Teu not going to hit the deadly flourish there. The Whirling Death did get used by Assume, but it will be the pick off onto Vampire.
Many rises at the moment just are not proactive with the Realm Warps. You kind of only see it defensively. We might see it defensively right here, depending on what Karis wants to do. I don't know that he knows he's in as much threat as he is right now.
Yeah, nobody's coming to save him. They're walking down the lane. TP's going to come in now as well. There'll be Cube coming to join. Karis feeling very confident to step forward, but he might have overstayed his welcome. They go straight on the Cube.
No.
The Karis is too hard to kill. We're going to try to kill Cube. Shadow gets sniped from Tayun. The deadly flourish from afar, but now it's Sheer cutting down the back line as well as FPX have pried apart the sides of WE. Monkey is on the wrong side of things now. Deadly flourish not going to hit, but the curtain call is going to be unleashed. Monkey is surrounded as he goes for his Shadow clone. Vampire goes in at the same time, maybe not expecting that one, and he will give his life for nothing as Rift Herald should be. Ooh, it's going to be the added con by FPX, though. Really well timed by them, and it just seems like WE caught slacking just a little wee bit, as it will be that trade of objective. Second Dragon did go the way of WE there, but this isn't a position where you want to be even, and that's what we've kind of tried to harp on. Vampire also trying to clean things up a little bit for his own right. Still a very even game state. It is going to be mid lane as the defensive nature from both sides. Still the outer turrets are there, and that's a little bit of a wild fact, but they're going to be tussling over that one for the next while.
But we've got all of the outer turrets taken from the side lanes, but mid lane towers still up and available.
Here they go.
Wait.
Monkey find a play on the Care. They've got to do something here. The death mark's going to be popped instantly. Glacial prisoned. And
no.
Monkey sniped from afar by Assume. WE aren't the only ones with a sniper on the map. And it's FPX taking advantage of the play that WE wanted. It's starting to feel a little bit doomed for Karis in the side lane. He's trying to get away from this one, but Sheer tagged him with the needlework, and that'll be quick workings as FPX pick 2 in the side lane. Maybe even looking to pick 3 as they look for mid lane. Vampire going to get caught a bit there, but FPX, they do make a little bit of a market increase in their gold lead.
Indeed, you can see right here, Sim also just have to step up. Cube goes in though.
Okay, Cube getting chunked now as well. Doesn't realize how much damage Assume does with the Lord Doms now too. Vampire has to back away, and that second item is hurting. Deadly Flourish not going to be used, but the curtain call will be. Sheer there to try to block any damage onto this combo of Jway. He will end up using the Rift Herald to make his escape. The taxi cab of FPX is alive and well.
Good reason. You really just don't want to see it in the majority of your games. Now, potential catch here. They're just going to put Monkey in the bounce house and take him out.
Unfortunately, no matter how much confidence you have in yourself, it all comes down if you can deliver. Even if you say, pick me that last, pick Zed. Unfortunately, it comes back to bite you in this truly competitive setting. And WE starting to lose that hope in game number 2. We're looking like we might be going to a game 3 as the Baron is going to be taken down by FPX.
FPX fighting their way back into this series. Yeah, you end up losing the Drake, but not going to be unhappy with this trade whatsoever. It's actually been a really interesting game so far, where we haven't seen a ton of straight-up 5v5 team fights. We had a couple a little while ago around the Herald, but since then, things have really slowed down, and that very much is to the benefit at the moment of FPX. WE, Taeyun, Karis, they kind of need these team fights to be able to do their thing, unless of course you can try to find these proactive, aggressive realm warps from Karis, but we just haven't seen any of those, not in a long time.
And unfortunately, the guy that wins you games in Taeyun is on a Jhin. And I'll say, as a lover of Jhin, he is not the hyper carry that a Draven is.
Nope.
So you definitely putting, again, I'm called it from the draft, putting Taeyun, the guy that literally wins you like 90% of your games, on the Jhin, definitely putting him on the back foot. But I do still like that they tried this, and we still have a lot of game left to go. But it's just giving Monkey a lot of onus, giving him a lot of praise, giving him a lot of respect. As Realm Warp from Vampire in there. Pop loss, 1-2. We've seen these plays before. Although WE might have an angle, Monkey trying to find his way in there, but it's just going to be soloed out, taken down. Nobody has fallen from the side of FPX so far, and it doesn't look like it's going to be the case. Taeyun, the last one standing, and this should just be the push into the base with Grub again.
There we go, this is what we wanted to see from FPX. We were surprised by how little they were able to get done in the previous game, but this one looking great. Assume just going to flash forwards, he's going to pick up that kill. Taeyun goes down, and the Nexus will be soon to follow.
There you go, Assume. Stretch your stuff on your Draven. And it was a tried and true victory for FPX.
To your Ambessa, your Rel, they're going to be tanky enough. At the same time, you can just go for a pick composition, like you said, with the Ash Arrow. See if you can land a Charm. You can turn around onto these picks very quickly, or on Cube and Vampire to be able to buy space, buy time, and allow these carries to be able to do the damage that they need to.
I love all that deep hitting analysis. I love all that setup. We are just going fisticuffs in bot lane. You cannot run away from the approach velocity setup. And Vampire, he's going to suck the life out of FPX. First blood goes over.
Now, though, he is going to get aggressive. He's got Vampire in the area, so actually doesn't need to be too respectful. This is something you can do. We talk about the very fast clear speed, sure. You are bullyable.
Oh, Dwayne might be a little bit caught now as well. Has Kara
flash charm.
Kara's going for the flash charm. Dwayne going down early now as well. That'll be 2 kills in the early game for WE. And Monkey can continue playing oppressively into the jungle of Shadow as well on this Naafiri. Gonna keep clearing though as the Dragon #1, albeit a little bit later than what we've seen in the series so far, will go the way of FPX.
Something at least for them to potentially try to see where these top laners go. Teleports are available, so they can join up if you really feel like you need them. Monkey starts the grubs, but is going to be forced to back away at least for a second. Oh, the arrow.
Enchanted Crystal Arrow going to connect. TP's coming in from both. Big Magnet Storm in there as well from Vampire. Bullet time going to be immediately stopped. Assume you said it had to be his moment. He can't find it. And now WE with full members strong descend onto FPX as Monkey's looking for an angle now. This Naafiri first pick might just be paying off. Darkened Daggers, and good night goes Sheer. Sleeping, talking about those little Betty going over the way of Team WE, rightfully so. I think you're gonna easily pick that one up, and we're going back to Farmville 5 million. As
maybe not.
Enchanted Crystal Arrow. He walked into it, and that's the Magnet Storm just to make sure they get the pick on a Kara in the side lane. Kara's out under turret as well. Big execution.
Flexibility. The front to back works, but the pick potential is also huge. I think even if that Enchanted Crystal Arrow misses, you likely still get that kill. Cube now getting jumped right here. Takes a decent amount of damage from Sheer. Does it back too, but Assume Shadow in the area.
Lilting Lullaby, bullet time on top. It doesn't proc it, so he has to stand there and take it. There's only 1 minion coming up with this wave. They really have to do something. Public execution going in, and it will be the kill secure by Assume. It's going to take an extra turret shot on the back end.
And not quite enough follow-up from WE. Rough at the moment for FPX.
It is indeed, and after all that build-up from game #2, feels bad. The sniper shot coming through. From the man himself, the guy that's been the carry for WE and Taeyun.
Gorgeous combo, really nice, well-executed dive right there. Exactly what we were hoping to see. Karis, it's knocked up.
Okay.
Still has the ulti, should be fine. Yeah, doesn't even need to use it, just walks that one out. And this is surprising. I didn't even know that they were necessarily going to be able to get themselves into Group Ascend. I thought they'd maybe be a mid-tier Group Nirvana team. I watched some performances from Vampire that had me scratching my head just a huge amount. but watching them
circle around this top side and try to get this outer turret.
Pretty low. The tower might just die here. It does.
Get the Enchanted Crystal Arrow across, though. And now FPX might be in a little bit of trouble. Lilty Lullaby used the Unstoppable to get out of the sleep. That was beautifully timed there as well. And now FPX are heading for the hills, but that white flag, it didn't get raised soon enough. And they're losing members left and right. Let the Faker rain down on FPX. As memories are untold, WE, they're looking to take this series home. And as well for Monkey. And this team has really turned it up. We talked so much about these two teams kind of clashing into each other at the highs of their seasons so far. WE using that momentum is ever going to be sprung. Voracious Atacon is there.
Oh,
and Vampire just says, let's kick off the party here. Karis going for the flash charm play. Shadow has to go golden. As now the TP has come in. Bullet time is not going to be just enough there, as they don't have even the target, because Assume is in mid lane, have to burn his flash. Sheer going to try to get his way out, but this lead is just too big, and Assume fell in that mid lane fight. Not even able to get anything. The second round robin is nigh. And you're getting closer and closer to the end of the split. This series is going to start mattering that much more. All the lessons in Group Ascend, well, they might not have come out the better record of it. They are finishing. It's so WE to not give this guy necessarily the big carry potential, but he still finds a way to be influential, like the Jhin last game. Still was a massive carry, but unable to do it. Now Shadow caught out. Speaking of massive carry, Vampire has been picking up all the kills, but Cube just goes into a 1v2 fight. The rest of WE realize, are you good, Cube? Are you good? And he says, yes, I'm good. Holds up the thumbs up. Now it's on to the Baron for WE.
I mean, what? You've got yourself Eclipse, Shojin, Death's Dance. There are so many defensive stats worked into there while still dealing a ton of damage. And you can see it here off the back of that pick onto Shadow, just going to be the Baron picked up. And there's no real response from FPX between Cube and Vampire. They're just keeping them off of this Drake for long enough. I'm going to fall very, very soon. And is this not the peak of ADC performance? 0, and 10? Is that not exactly what you want? The bullet time works finally. There's no need to throw this game. You've got it firmly within your grasp. Just need to close it out.
I gotta say, I mean, there's been a markedly changed energy from FPX here. They are very okay.
You want to have fallen this far behind with.
I see the play in the bot side, tier 2 turret. Monkey making his way over. So is Cube, though, as well as FPX's defense is up and running. They're trying to flank around the side. K are going to spot them out doing so. Swirl Seed would have made the difference there. Maybe they just go all in with the Lilting Lullaby. It will be the siege on the mid lane, though, that is next for WE. As they're waiting for a wave on bot side. They're catching out Monkey now. Gonna put the Lilting Lullaby. There's all the CC. There's the bullet time. Monkey able to survive for a little bit longer, but goes down to Care in the end.
Yeah, something. That's the kind of picks that you really do want to see. Flashing forwards, though, with the Lilia to only pick yourself up a kill onto one member of the opposition, especially when there's not going to be any jungle objectives up and available for a while. It's not ideal, but it is something. They really needed a previous set of series, but here, it feels like WE just have their number.
Guess both teams can still rest assured that they both take down Weibo Gaming. All of that, they can hold that in peace.
Weibo.
A little bit of a side shot to Weibo, but it's WE looking to take a full straight-on shot at FPX now as well. Sway is on a flank but goes down. I don't know how you got there, but you're going to question your motives as another couple kills goes through. Reset goes out for Monkey, and that's Shadow down for the count. Go ahead and pin him. Count 1, 2, 3, because WE, even if it took 3 games, they will snuff out the Phoenix. They will propel themselves to a 3-win streak on their own on the back half of this split. These wins are so impeccably important. And WE, they're looking to make the run of a lifetime here in Group Ascend as they try to take down Sheer one last time. They're going to wipe the floor with FPX. Game 1, Game 3, going the way of Team WE, and a 3-win streak to boot.
I cannot